Here's how to generate 100 monthly sales using AI. We did this in my previous e-commerce business, and within the first year of implementing it, we generated an extra $406,000 of sales. And here's exactly how we did it. We used AI to create content that ranks so that we could generate additional traffic to our site through SEO. For example, if you use this tactic to generate an extra 10,000 monthly visitors, very conservative, on average we actually generated 21,000 monthly visitors to my previous business using this exact strategy, and then you converted them at 0.1%, again, very conservative but very realistic, you'd have generated an extra 100 monthly buyers or 1,200 over the course of a year. And that's how my business used this strategy to generate another $406,000 worth of sales in the first year of implementing it. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find the right search terms to go after and the traffic that's associated with them. I'm then going to show you how to use AI to create content at scale that ranks for those search terms and brings that traffic to your website so that you can start generating another 100 sales per day using this strategy. I'm also going to give you free access to my course that shows you step by step over the shoulder how to do this in about 1 to 2 hours. Stay to the end of the video for the access details to that. So let's start with that. Let's show you the right search terms to go after. Quick example, we've looked at this business before. It's an e-commerce store and it sells electric bikes. Now what most business owners will do is they decide they want some SEO, some organic traffic, and they decide to start by putting their parent keyword into a keyword research tool. My favorite's Ahrefs. So they put in something like electric bike and they see the keyword ideas and they see things like electric bike itself, electric mountain bike, electric bike for adults, and they think, wow, brilliant volumes associated with this. If we rank position 1 for electric mountain bike alone, we probably get 10,000 monthly visitors and we could convert them into sales. Great in theory, in practice, completely unrealistic unless you have a really high-powered domain. Now, unfortunately, that's not most of us. Most people looking for their first 10,000 organic visitors have a relatively new domain without much SEO track record. And you can see here, if we look at the term electric bike and we look at what's ranking in the top 10 at the moment, you can see all the domain authorities are above 50. You can see the number of backlinks needed to rank on page 1 is in the hundreds, if not in the thousands. So if you've got a newer domain without that much SEO track record, to try and rank for this is completely unrealistic. However, what you can rank for is far less competitive keywords at scale. Informational keywords are brilliant for this. And my favorite tool for finding those is Answer the Public. So we come into Answer the Public, and that's answerthepublic.com, and we put in our parent keyword, in this case electric bikes. We choose our market, we hit search. And you'll see now we get a list of all of the question-based and informational keywords that exist for our product type. So you can see, are electric bikes street legal? Are the batteries interchangeable? Are they safe? Are they dangerous? Are they waterproof? What about the conversion kits? Are they any good? What about pumps? Are they illegal? Can they be charged at home? Can they go up steep hills? Can they explode? Can they go on the highway? And a really, really long list of many, many more. And that's still loading more after that. Now this won't be exhaustive, but it'll be very, very useful. So we download it as a CSV and then we dump it in an overall sort of keyword gathering document, something like this, just in column A as search terms. Now there will be more, and we can find more by going to Google, putting a simple search in for our parent keyword and hitting search. So we've got electric bike in there and we scroll down and we will find the people also ask section. So you see that here. The reason these questions are here is because Google know that when people are browsing and searching for electric bikes, they also ask these questions. So this is data that Google has about search terms that exist and that we're also going to use. And you can see we've got some that we might create content for here. Which is the best electric bike? Can I ride it without a license? What's the lifespan? What are the class 1, 2 and 3 electric bikes? How far can they travel? Etc. And each time we click on the bottom one, more will come up until we exhaust them. So you can see a few more came up there. I click in again, and this will keep happening until we exhaust every single keyword that Google thinks is relevant to electric bike. We can then also start putting some categories on the end. Best electric bike installation, setup, lifespan, value for money, all these sorts of things that people might be asking about and interested in, and they'll bring a whole new set of questions up. Now, of course, there will be some duplication. So again, what I'm going to do is each time I put a search in and I get to the end of the people also ask questions, I'm going to copy them. Really simple copy and paste. I would normally click down and get rid of this bit so that I don't have to copy the content that's popping up in that schema there, but I would grab it and then I'd paste it again in this dump document that I've got here where I'm going to put all of the search terms. And now you can see I've done this process already for different variations of electric bike and similar searches in Google, and then also through a search in Answer the Public. And it's generated for me 727 different keywords. And now I've got that long list of keywords, I'm going to grab them and I'm going to take them and put them in ChatGPT so that we can clean the data. So what I've done over here is I've put them in ChatGPT and I've asked it to remove all the duplicates, because as we know in that 700 there's going to be lots that are crossover. They're basically the same question or they have one word difference. Now all of those can just be condensed into one. We'll create one page and one piece of content for those. I've also then asked it to put the ones that are very, very close together, i.e. they have the same theme, because there will be times where also they belong on one page. You can see here under speed and performance, how fast can a 36, 48, 500, 750, 1000 watt, etc. electric bike go? Now we don't need all of those to be one page each. We can put them all on one piece of content that is how fast can an electric bike go, and have them under different subheadings for each of those speeds, or wattages rather. So now I've got a clean list with no duplication of all of the questions and informational search terms I'm going to create content for. And all I've done is ask GPT to give me a plain text list of that so I can just grab it and put it straight in my document. So I can go over here, I can get rid of all of the original ones that we had, and now we can just paste in the clean version so we know exactly the content we want to create. And if I have a quick look of how many that leaves me with, okay, I've got 156 search terms that I want to create content for. That's brilliant. So now I've shown you how to find the right search terms to go after, and best estimate using Ahrefs, the 150 we've found and we're going to create content for have about 100,000 in monthly search volume. So we only need to rank in position 1 for maybe 15% to get that 10,000 monthly visitors we were looking for and those 100 monthly sales. Considering these are the least competitive keywords around, that is incredibly realistic. But I imagine you're probably thinking, I don't want to create 156 articles for all of these search terms, and also I might not have the knowledge to do so. Now this is where the AI content creation process at scale comes in, so we can create the content for all of these and get it to rank. And now I'm going to show you a tool you're going to absolutely love called SEOwriting.ai. So here we have it, SEOwriting.ai, and this is a fantastic tool that has been bespoke created to write SEO friendly articles that rank for the keywords you give it. And my favorite tool in here is this bulk article generation. And so I can grab, I'm going to do 10 here just for the example, but you can do far more than this at one time. I'm going to grab 10 and I'm going to put it in the main keywords section. And the main keyword is essentially just the search term I found, which is the question, the informational keyword that's being asked. And that's what I'm going to create the article around. I'm also going to have it generate the title, the keywords from its natural language processor, and the outline. So I'm going to have it do that now because it might take a minute or two. Right, it's done that now. I've got titles, I've got the natural language processor keywords, and I've got the outline for all the articles. Fantastic. I'm going to tweak a few of the settings. I'm going to make sure the article size is extra small. There's no need for more than 1,200 words on any of these sorts of keywords. You can change the AI model if you so wish, if you have a personal preference for GPT or Claude, etc. You might change the tone of voice based on your brand and how you like to communicate with your customers. The text readability, I like to be 8th and 9th grade, keeping it nice and simple, not overly wordy, not overly fluffy. And I do like to have some basic AI words removal as well. I don't like to see those really obvious AI words in there that just scream to the customer that this has been AI written. You can also, slightly to a personal preference, decide whether you want conclusion, tables, lists, and a few other bits. I generally will remove quotes because I sometimes worry about where it might be getting those from and whether they're appropriate. And I typically remove FAQs as well because most of my FAQs are going to be in other articles from keywords that I found. I don't personally have it published to a website because I'm going to be putting these on my Shopify site for an e-commerce store. If I had a WordPress, I might well connect those up so it can post directly onto there. And now I'm ready to generate content. So I'm going to do that and then I'm going to show you the results. So that took about 2 minutes, and now we have those 10 articles written, ready to address those keywords and for us to publish on our site. I'm going to have a look at one here, average cost of an e-bike. Let's have a look. Nicely formatted, under good headings, it makes sense as an outline. We've got a good table here about how the battery type, motor power, frame material, etc. affects the price. A little bit more about how those factors influence the price. Then we talk about what it looks like to have an entry level, a mid-range and a high end, what the cost of maintenance and accessories are, whether you should lease or buy, and then a conclusion. So now we have a great piece of content that is tailored towards a keyword and a search term that we know has volume. We can now rank for that search term organically and get traffic onto our site in order to make more sales to those new visitors. And so in this video, we've gone through not only how to find the search terms that we're going to create content for, but also how to create that content effectively at scale using AI so we can get at least 10,000 additional monthly visitors on our site and sell to them. But I did promise there was a bonus. If you follow the link below, you're going to have access to my course, which goes through this process step by step. But it also goes one further. Because whilst the output from SEOwriting.ai is excellent, it is not yet hyper optimized to rank within Google. And so in the course, I show you how to layer another AI tool on top to make sure that your on-page SEO is as optimized as it can be, to make sure that you're injecting related and long-tail keywords to show relevance to Google, to make sure your article is properly interlinked within the rest of your site to pass the maximum SEO and domain juice around, and then finally to create a couple of AI images to put some unique content visually on the page. Now, if you want access to that, just click the link below. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'm really excited to see your results. And speaking of results to get you excited, we implemented this exact strategy for a client, an e-commerce business that sells camping gear about 60 days ago, and these are the results they're seeing. Now you can see all of these blogs and their top performing pieces of content in their Google Search Console. All these clicks is organic traffic. This has not been paid for, and you can see that we've got some that are keywords that are brand versus brand, some like what is the best camping fridge, give me a size guide to which awning I might need, which is the quickest caravan awning to put up, and you can see they just keep going, and the best ones are seeing about 1,000 clicks in the last 3 months, and then 800, 800, 500, and it just keeps going and going because we've used this strategy to find the search terms and create content at scale, and that has put them over the 10K per month and is really changing their bottom line and their revenue. If you'd like us to implement this strategy for your business, just reach out using the link below, or if you want to DIY it, as mentioned, you have access to the course, just click the link below and get going.